But in terms of my week, Elis, I've had a much better time than you, not just because I'm a better person and more fun, but also because I just did. Where is this on? There we go, Dave.
The John O'Clock News on BBC Radio 5 Live.
John went to Lord's to watch England-Australia on Tuesday. He met Aggers and Tuffers and Varney and Rob Bonnet and Ellie Oldroyd and Alex Stewart, and it was the best. And they even did an interview with him by the side of the pitch. And it was the absolute best day ever. It was so great, he bought bottles of champagne to take into 5 Live and TMS, so everyone would be best friends with him. And after convincing them it was fine to drink in the studio, he proceeded to spill it on the desk where all the broadcast equipment was.
At 10:02pm on the 24th of June, John's Skoda Fabia completed its 169,000th mile. This took place between Junction 1A and Junction 2 on the M40 northbound.
After finding a Callaway Chrome soft golf ball in the rough at his local course, John started using it and really liked how it felt. So much so that when he got home, he Googled where he could buy them from. 3 hours later, and he was still Googling golf balls. Imagine that. Imagine Googling golf balls for 3 hours. And he didn't even buy any in the end. Imagine being that guy.
And that's the John O'Clock News for Friday, the 28th of June.
No wonder you're so chipper.
I know. Who was reading the John O'Clock News today, producer Dave?
Lucy Gray and Chris Warburton.
Chris Warburton there. Can we have a word with Chris Warburton about his pronunciation of Skoda Fabia?
Ah, right.
Yeah, not entirely happy with that.
There's actually a BBC pronunciation department, isn't there?
Don't tell me I've been pronouncing it wrong for the last 9 years.
Well, I don't know. Let's ask the pronunciation department.
Yes, can you get on that now, please, producer Dave? Is it Fabia or Fabia? 169,000 miles. What cheap motor? Any questions about my great week?
Yeah. So, John, how did it feel going to Lord's?
Oh, well, I'd never been to Lord's before.
Did you go to the museum, which is apparently brilliant?
No.
Oh, okay.
I went to my seat, which was great. It was probably, honestly, the best seat in the house.
Okay.
So if I had been asked to pick a seat, that would have been the seat I picked.
Mick Jagger's seat.
It's just behind the bowler's arm. One level up, so you sort of could see the action. It was just like watching it on TV.
Okay.
And I went with producer Vin from our Radio X days. He was very excited. Quite a funny moment when there was a guy complaining that the bar didn't open until 10:45 a.m. Also, interesting how society's changed, Elis. The queues for the coffee stand, insane. And yet there was a stand where you could get like instant coffee. No queue at all.
I mean, I hate to be this guy. I went to watch the Swans play QPR at Loftus Road a couple of months ago, and I bought a cup of coffee at half-time, and it was instant, and I was devastated. I thought, oh God, I've become that person.
But I would rather have an instant coffee in 10 minutes, in none minutes, than sort of a latte in an hour. It would have taken an hour.
Yes, I agree with that.
Anyway, so watching the cricket, and England were bowling really well, but very unlucky, and then everyone's getting on the lash around you.
In the morning? Mid-morning lash?
A lot of lash going down. But as you know, I have a rule where I don't drink before 4 p.m. to kind of keep me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
But it was
cool
like
rule.
It was like I've got to get on the lash. Even if it's a gentle lash.
Yeah. I think you can relax that rule for the cricket.
Well, no, because rules are rules.
Okay. Oh, you're like that. All right.
But anyway, I did eventually...
What if the rule is wrong?
Well, the rule is right because it stops me drinking in the day.
Right, okay.
And so anyway, I got me and Vin a couple of beers at 1 p.m. And I managed to maintain a pretty sort of gentle lash. But then the problem was when I went to be on 5 Live and pop into the TMS box.
You had a few drinks?
Yeah, I was a little bit on the road to nowhere. But I met, Zaltzman was doing the scoring. Oh, yeah. So I went into TMS and I met Zaltzman. I bought them a bottle of champagne. Because.
But I mean, they're at work.
Yeah, okay.
Like if someone brought in a bottle of champagne for us now, I'd say, thanks. Put that in the fridge.
It was a work lash clash.
Okay.
But when Tim Key went to watch the cricket, he passed Zaltzman a glass of champagne through the window of
Yeah.
TMS, because they always have the window open because they've got a crowd mic. And I texted Zaltzman to say, "Oh, I'll do that." And he said, "You'd better have a long arm." And I didn't really know what he meant. And then I got there, and the media centre at Lord's is about 60 foot above you.
Okay.
Guess how much 2 bottles of champagne cost at Lord's?
100,
And I didn't know this until it was too late in the transaction to back out.
130 quid.
£180.
Ooh, Christmas crisps. That
Christmas
is
crisps.
Christmas crisps.
Anyway, they enjoyed the champagne. I shook
Well, you
Agnes.
actually bought it?
Yeah.
Hello? Are you the real John?
Yes, I am the real John.
Okay.
I mean, you're meeting multiple heroes.
All right. You're having a good day. So you were...
I was absolutely lashed. I would not have been buying 2 bottles of champagne for 180 quid if I hadn't have been a long way down Lash Lane. So anyway, I shook Agaz's hand. I met Alex Stewart.
Oh.
I met Tuffers.
Oh.
His eyes widened when the champagne hoved into view. I then went into the 5 Live studio, met Ellie Oldroyd.
Oh, lovely.
One of the nicest human beings in the world.
Yes, I've done Fight and Talk with Ellie Oldroyd. She's a lovely, lovely person.
Brought the champagne in there. They were a bit more sceptical about whether it was okay to drink. I said,
was,
hey,
you
it's
know.
okay, we're on the lash. And then knocked my champagne over the desk and all over my legs. So I had to have napkins on my legs while I chatted to Ellie.
Cool first impression, man.
Yeah, but it was great. Chatted to Michael Vaughan for a bit.
Oh, I mean...
And then
Did you keep it together? So because when I meet my heroes, I become very nervous. So how did you deal with the nerves of meeting people you've loved since you were?
Well, I'd had 5 pints and a bottle of champagne.
Fair enough, yeah. I wish I'd had 5 pints when I met Johnny Marr because that from the Smiths, because I dealt with that very, very well.
Well, it would have stopped your voice going very high, wouldn't it?
Thank you for meeting me. Oh, God.
So yeah, a big day for me that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I went back to my fiance's house at 7 and fell asleep,
Great.
which he appreciated.
Great.
Okay, we have a Skoda Fabia pronunciation update from producer Dave.
It's Fabia, as far as we've been led to believe. So,
Is it?
So neither of us were right.
It's not Fabia, it's not Fabia, it's Fabia, according to car chat rooms.
What language is Fabia?
Get on it, Dave.
Good Christ.
Dave, this is what the internet was invented for. Because where's Skoda from? What country is that? Is it?
Originally Eastern Bloc,
Okay.
but then bought by Volkswagen
Yeah,
in one
yeah.
of the great car marketing campaigns of the 21st
Right.
century.
Okay.
I think Fabia might be Italian.
All right.
And what does it mean?
Dunno.
Really cool guy?
Yeah. Cheap motoring.
Sex appeal. What is it? What does Fabia mean, Dave?
Skoda sex.
Economic sex appeal.
Oh, it means bean farmer.
Bean farmer? It doesn't.
For years, you've been driving the Skoda Bean Farmer.
No, it's not that, Dave.
You've done 169,000 miles in the Skoda Bean Farmer.
Shut up. An Italian baby name, Bean farmer. Rubbish. No, that's you. No. No.
Oh, it's the perfect car for you.
I prefer the Urban Dictionary.
For the working
link.
stand-up comic who drives to his gigs in a Skoda Bean Farmer.
The Urban Dictionary says.
Is this rude?
No. A Fabia will underestimate her true beauty and potential, but others admire her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I won't read. It does then get rude.
Right, great.
No, go to Google Translate, Dave, and it'll sense the language, and then we can put this sorry mess to bed.
You're just waiting for me?
Yes, Dave, yes. If you could hurry up, please.
Well, I mean, yeah, the listeners are at home. They're waiting.
I wonder where they get car names from.
Yeah, like the sort of Toyota Yaris. Where does that come from? The Citroen Berlingo.
Say more car names to me.
Pardon?
Say more car names to me.
Oh, okay. The Honda Civic.
Ooh.
the Ford Orion.
Oh.
Yeah. The RS Sierra Cosworth.
Sierra RS Cosworth.
All right then. Okay.
Yeah, the Google Translate's just bringing up the word Fabia again, so...
Oh, Fabian, which probably comes from something clever. So it's not a bean farmer. Great. Glad that's over and done with.